Between a struggling side hustle and a wildly profitable online course was one ad. Not a fancy funnel, not a massive team, just one lead magnet, the right message, and $7,000 in ad spend that turned into $91,000 in sales. In today's episode, I'm telling you the story that made me believe in the power of ads. The story that flipped a switch in my brain and showed me what's possible when your marketing and your ads finally align. This isn't just a strategy breakdown. It's the launch that changed everything for me. So stay tuned. Okay, so let me take you back to 2017. At the time, I was still working as a full-time pharmaceutical rep, and at night, after the kids went to bed, I would moonlight as a Facebook ads manager. 8 p.m. hit, and I was at my desk, laptop open, trying to figure this online business thing out. And part of what I did back then was hang out in loads and loads of Facebook groups, helping course creators with their ads. And I was lucky because I picked up a few clients that way and started running their ads for them. But before I ever worked with course creators, I'd already tried running ads for a few local businesses. There was a real estate agent, a bookkeeper, a psychologist, a financial advisor, and even a wonderful, beautiful, creative woman who made beautiful handmade jewelry. And I tried running ads for them all. None of those ads did particularly well. None of those clients made money from my ads because back then, my skill set was entirely technical. I knew how to push the buttons and pull the levers inside the ads manager. And sure, that is a skill, right? It is. But unfortunately, the value of ads and the value of the person managing them is not just the technical side. It's their ability to help a business make money from those ads. And that's where there's often a disconnect. There's a flaw in the whole system of hiring someone to run your ads and thinking that's what's going to make you money, when in reality, it's your marketing that makes you money. At the time, I was selling my technical skills, and I'm glad everyone was so overwhelmed by setting up ads that I had a market. But I didn't yet believe, or I hadn't yet seen, how a course creator could run Instagram or Facebook campaigns and actually make serious money. Until I got hired by someone, and I'm going to call her Samantha. Samantha had been in the online course world for about 3 to 5 years at this point, which is a long time. She had a healthy, active Instagram following. And now this was back in 2017, before everyone had millions of followers. She had about 50,000 followers, which was pretty solid for then. Her community was very engaged, and she had a podcast that was doing really well. She also wrote a book, and that book was gobbled up by her audience. And she had a course that she sold 2 to 3 times per year. And those 2 to 3 times that she sold her course in a year provided her with enough income for the whole year. When she came to me, she said, I have a lead magnet and I want to run ads to it for a month. And this wasn't just any lead magnet. This was a very purposefully created pre-launch promotional lead magnet. It was designed specifically to warm people up so that when she opened the cart, they were ready and primed to buy. So for 1 month, we ran ads to that lead magnet, and then on cart open day, she opened the cart to her whole email list, which had just been flooded with new people from her list building ads. Her course was priced $200, and she ran a 7-day launch. Just a simple email series promoting her $200 offer. No webinar, no big event, just emails. I thought, okay, sounds like a great idea. We'll see how this goes. Now, here's the wild part. I laugh about this. I quoted her $2,500 for the whole project. That was the most I had ever quoted anyone, and I was shaking when I sent it. I remember thinking, who am I to charge that much? And she said, yep, sure, sounds good. Where do I sign? Oh, okay. And then she gave me her budget, and she said her budget is $7,000. And again, I was like, $7,000 on ads in 1 month? Is this woman insane? But I said yes. And we built out a full campaign. We had a conversion campaign to promote the lead magnet. We had a retargeting ad to bring people back who landed on the landing page but didn't opt in. Those were the good old days of the pixel firing properly. We had cart open ads to her warm audience. We created a cart open ads to those new subscribers. We created a beautiful mid-cart bonus ad and then some cart closing urgency ads. It was a whole full sequence. And she had only one rule. She didn't want to know the sales number until cart closed. She found it distracting. So I kept it all to myself. I had to. I couldn't share it with her. And of course, when her cart opens, sales started coming in immediately. First day, boom, sales. Second day, more sales. By day 3, I was like, oh my goodness, she's already made $20,000. And at that time, maybe it was even $30,000. It was absolutely blowing my mind. She turned a $7,000 ad spend into $30,000 in a matter of days. Of course, the launch, like any launch, kind of hit a bit of a slump in the middle, totally normal. But then we got to the final 24 hours. And I remember walking into our TV room. We had this little theater room in the house we lived in. My husband was probably sitting there watching rugby. And I said to him, I cannot believe what I'm seeing. She's already at $70,000. And in those final hours, I was glued to the sales manager, refreshing like a lunatic. When cart closed, she had made $91,000 from a $200 course, from one lead magnet with 2 email sequences. One for the lead magnet that prepares them for the sale, and one for the sales emails. That moment changed everything for me. Because up until that moment, I had seen the big names do it. I'd seen Amy Porterfield and James Whitmore and Jeff Walker and Stu McLaren. But I'd never seen someone I worked with or someone who's only 5 steps ahead of me do that. Someone who wasn't famous and someone who didn't have a giant team. And from that moment, I knew there has to be a formula. There has to be a system. And once you have a funnel that converts, you are only limited by how much money you can spend on the front end with ads. The next time we worked together, she spent $10,000 on ads. And we broke the $100,000 mark in sales. And we worked together for about 5 years until she had babies and moved on to other things. But that first launch was the moment I saw what's possible. And that's why I'm telling you this story. Because if you have a funnel that is already working, if it's already making some sales, then scaling it becomes a matter of knowing how cold traffic behaves inside your funnel. That's it. That's the unlock. That's how you go from stressing about every sale to building a machine that grows your list, feeds your funnel, and turns strangers into buyers. And that is how you reclaim your evenings. That is how you hire help. That is how you become a real CEO of your business. And that is how you build your freedom empire. If this story lit a fire under you and you're thinking, okay, Salome, I'm ready. Show me how to do this. Then let me introduce you to Scale with Ads. It is my complete traffic system for course creators who are done gambling on ads that don't convert and ready to turn their live launches and evergreen funnels into predictable profit machines. The cart is open right now, and it stays open until October 30th. And this is the only time, if you join this beta round, where you will get access at this price, and it comes with 6 weeks of close mentoring support by me. If you're the course creator who's validated your offer, you've launched it successfully at least once, and now you're ready to go from ads terrify me and I don't want to waste money to I confidently generate profitable leads every day, then this program is the next step. And you can join now by going to thelaunchlounge.com/join. Let me guess, every time you think about running ads, your stomach clenches. Because maybe you've tried before and watched thousands disappear with nothing to show for it. Or maybe you haven't started yet because you're terrified of being the person who wastes their mortgage payment testing campaigns that didn't work. I get it. The fear is real. And it's exactly why I built Scale with Ads differently. Before you spend a single dollar on ads, we're making sure your funnel is profit ready. You'll know mathematically whether your campaigns will work before you launch them. No more crossing your fingers and hoping. Beta enrollment is now open and it includes 6 weeks of live mentoring with me. I'm going to hold your hand through every step. Head to thelaunchlounge.com/join to learn more and grab your spot. Stop letting fear keep you stuck and let's scale your course with ads. That's thelaunchlounge.com/join. I'll see you there.